Hi guys, I hope that you guys had a fantastic new year. Some of you would know that I've been overseas for the past 2 to 3 weeks. I'll be back to work really soon though, on 10 January. But the purpose of this video is for me to really casually review these two cards, the YouTrip and the Revolut card. Some of you might have read in a viral post that the Revolut card is really expensive, but this is a free version and the YouTrip card is similarly a free card. And I'll be reviewing the mobile applications and how I utilize these cards during my trip so that you can make a better informed decision on which card to apply for. This is the landing page that you will see when you first open your YouTrip. You can key in your 4-digit passcode or use your fingerprint to open the app. For Revolut, there is also both the fingerprint verification option, and if for some reason you're unable to authenticate your fingerprint, for example if you're wearing gloves, then you can switch over to the 4-digit passcode as well. So once you enter your 4-digit passcode, you can see 3 options at the top of your landing page, right? So it's top up, exchange and card. It's rather easy to top up. You just need to key in the amount, and you can see I've already pre-entered my credit card and then just like to top up. And for exchange, right now I'm in Europe. You can actually change it to the various currencies, and you can take a look at the exchange rate over here in the middle before you make that exchange. So for example, you can just key in the amount you want to exchange and then just like to exchange. So it's really straightforward. And at the card option, you can actually toggle to lock your card or to make your card active. And this is really useful, right? Because you want to make sure that nobody else is able to use your card if it gets stolen and stuff like that. So you can lock it, and this happens like immediately, or you can actually like just toggle it to active when you want to use it. So this is a really good security function, and most of the time I keep my card locked if I'm not using it. And you can see that in the menu area, there isn't a lot of functions available in the YouTrip card. It's generally a very simple currency exchange card. And now let's go to the Revolut page. You can see that it has the same options: add money, exchange, and then details, right? So similar to YouTrip, you can add money rather easily. And over here, the exchange rate function is also rather similar to YouTrip. Let's say right now I'm in a restaurant and I want to exchange, I don't know, 54.90. Then this will tell me how much SGD I need to exchange, and then I just tap the exchange button and it happens like instantaneously. And then right after that I can put my bill in the restaurant. For Revolut, you can take a look at the bottom panel, in which you have a lot more functions than YouTrip. We have analytics, payments, cards and dashboard. So for cards, this is where you can actually freeze your card. So this is similar to YouTrip's function of locking and unlocking your card. So you can just tap it to freeze to make sure that nobody else can use it. There's a lot more functions. In analytics, you can see where I've been spending my money generally, and this is really useful because it gives me a better sense of where I've been spending my money. And this is a function that YouTrip doesn't have, and which is why I prefer the Revolut card. At the same time, the dashboard has a lot more options. You can even like set up a vault, I don't know, like a savings vault. As you can see, you can actually like round up your spare change, and like every time, let's say you spend $2.70 on a cup of coffee, then they will put in the extra 30 cents into your personal vault, and this will help you then you know, set aside that sum of savings, and you can even make a recurring transfer using this vault, right? So in terms of like functions, I feel that Revolut has a lot more functions, and I definitely would be using Revolut a lot more. Nonetheless, it's useful to have both cards because, as you can see, Revolut card is a Visa card, whereas YouTrip is a MasterCard. A common question that I get from my friends is what happens to the remaining amount that I did not manage to spend during my trip. For the YouTrip card, you can actually either use it as a debit card using your contactless payments, or you can use it as an EZ-Link card. However, there's no function to return that money back to your bank, right? So you can see, you can take a look at the menu. Like I mentioned, the functionalities are rather limited. For the Revolut card, however, just let me unlock it. Okay, so for the Revolut card, you can see that you can actually make a bank transfer to yourself to return the money into your bank account. So in this aspect, I really like the Revolut card because, you know, even if I top up in excess, I know that I can always transfer this money, this SGD, back into my bank account. To sum it up, I will generally recommend for you guys to apply for both cards so that you have the option of Visa and Master payments while you're traveling overseas. Both apps are really easy to use, and you can kind of like play around with the app before deciding to stick to one or the other if you really want to only have one card. So just ask your friends for the invite codes, or you can utilize my invite codes as well. I've put them in the links below. Or to get more information about these cards, just read the 𝘧𝘧𝘪𝘐𝑺 article. I've also put the link below this video. I hope that you find this video useful, and I'll see you guys soon.